What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. And of course, what else is new? Twitter hates Daredevil Born Again. I know, right? Such a big surprise. I know the people say Marvel cannot do right. Every time they do something right, it's because of someone else. It's always because Marvel can never. They just missed the mark. Ever since Endgame, all their power has been sapped away, like a spirit or entity. It just ran into Kevin's office, smacked him upside his bald head, and just grabbed him by his follicles, his hair follicles, and just sucked the juice out of him. Okay, the robot from She-Hulk came in and lobotomized Kevin Feige. I don't know what's going on. Okay, he's cooked. Daredevil Born Again is the worst media I've ever seen in my life. That's what it says on Twitter. All right, I don't know. It's just listen. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the guy to tell you what's going on in the streets. Okay, I'm telling you. So Twitter, if you've been there, it's a cesspool. It's run by morons, and it's morons on the timeline daily. And so, of course, when the new show Daredevil Born Again that everyone hyped up to no end has come out and said that they hate the show. The show was such a downgrade. It did everything wrong with the character. Now, I must preface this because I have to say it because morons will just be in my comments all day, yapping up a storm, and they're just talking to a wall. Because I'm not going to be interacting with them. And they're like, yo, what do you mean? People can't like Daredevil Born Again? People can't like the MCU? We just have criticism. You're just being so biased towards Disney. It's just not funny. It's not fair. And I react with this. Duh, you cannot like Marvel. Duh, like what are we doing here? If you have criticism, you can say criticism. You can say whatever. Hey, listen, you can say whatever you want. All right, I don't care. But at the same time, let's have some nuance with these criticisms. This is all I'm saying. I've had criticisms. If you saw my review, my last video, I literally sat there and said I have issues with Daredevil Born Again so far because we don't know what the rest of the episodes look like. The next episode could come out next week and it could be the worst thing I've ever seen since She-Hulk, okay? And we'll be like, yo, okay. I'm gonna be on there and talking about, yo, I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they cooking with. They burned it. They burnt whatever they was cooking. I don't know what's going on here. Kevin needs to be fired. He needs to be strung up on a flagpole. I don't know what he's doing over there. That's what I would say, okay? People can have complaints. But every complaint has just turned into the whining, bitching all day long. Oh my God, there's extra lines in this outfit. Oh my God, there's extra lines in the belt holder. It's like, what are we talking about here? How dare they make a character, this, that, and the third. And it's funny because they hear the complaints and Marvel will legit try to fix it and people will still complain. So example, Daredevil Born Again, right? One of the biggest issues people had with, if you want to have Daredevil do more athletic things, you have to do CGI. But I'm afraid the CGI is going to look bad. And so in Daredevil Born Again, every time he does CGI, it's in like the shadows or in darkness. And guess what the complaints are now? I can barely see anything. What's going on here? Oh my God, the MCU just, you can't barely see the action. What's the point of me watching the show? I might as well be like Matt Murdock. It's like, bro, you cannot win with these people. These people will sit there and want, and it's so funny to me. Because these are the same people who are like, after Endgame, I'm done. This is the perfect conclusion for me and my universe. I will never watch another Marvel product again. I've been burned too many times. Spider-Man Homecoming has ruined my life. It broke me like a bunch of losers. People who sit there and they want all day. Oh my God, Spider-Man Far From Home has just ruined my childhood. It's just my favorite character going on multiversal adventures. It just ruins it. I want it back as Andrew Garfield again so he can fight 5 villains at once and none of them have a character arc. That's my favorite part of Spider-Man. And it's funny to me. It's so funny. These people sit there all day on the internet typing away because they pay for that fuck-ass blue check mark, so they're getting paid from engagement farming, of course. They're sitting there like, this is the worst thing ever because it's Marvel. Even though I'm not supposed to watch this because I'm supposed to be done with the MCU, and I'm supposed to be giving up the MCU, this is the worst thing ever. This is so horrible. I can't stand it. It's so bad, right? It's so funny to me. It's actually hilarious. These people that sit there, and it's like, if the complaints were solid, like I said before in my review, it felt like the first 15 minutes was attached to a different show. It felt like they did the first 15 minutes to write out certain characters that they didn't want to write later on the season. They already had an arc and a plan ready. They wanted Matt Murdock to be a certain way, and so they had to write out all these characters that we care about, which makes it kind of upsets me because it's like, these are what make the show so good. Like, you don't see familiar faces from the Netflix shows. It's kind of like you brung them in just to write them out. And I think that's my biggest problem so far with Daredevil Born Again. And of course, when the episodes come out, we can sit there and figure out where they're going with this. And I could be like, okay, I didn't like the way they did this, but the new characters are interesting. I feel an attachment to these people, and I cannot wait for the other characters to come back, and then they could all interact and stuff like that. But so far, we don't know that because it's only the first 2 episodes. But these people are on here talking about this is the end of the world. They have ruined Matt Murdock's character. Like I said in the review, Matt Murdock, how dare he do certain things that he's never done before, even though he did at the end of season 2. If you know, you know. And it's like, what are we watching? Are we watching the same thing? It's funny, the people who came up with the fake reviews of like, Daredevil Born Again is awful because what is the one where it's like, it misses the religious aspects of Matt Murdock. And literally in the 2nd episode, he goes to a church. It's like, what are we doing? What? It's like, did you watch this? If you're blind, I'm not gonna believe you. But it's like, at least it makes sense. It's like, bro, are you serious? He talks about faith and religion for the both episodes. It's like, bro, watch the content. It's like Kojima would be like, oh my god, Sam Wilson got the shield at the end of Endgame. When did he become Captain America? It's like, I was about to say something great. Use your mind, bro. Use your mind. That's all I'm asking you to do. But no, it has to be hate MCU. It's the worst thing since sliced bread. Disney is Satan is going to sacrifice your firstborn, and it is the worst thing ever. I wish Snyder considered his universe of that clusterfuck so we can finally get peak superhero movies again. It's like, come on, what are we doing here? So here's the tweet now on the screen that says, we've seen all 9 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. It's bold, brutal, and timely. It lacks the original's religious themes and some bland new characters, but the action, legal scenes, Charlie Cox, White Tiger, Punisher, and Fist Matt rivalry are brilliant. A massive win for the MCU. And so people have returned back to this thing because it blew up, as you see from the views and stuff like that. The engagement. People were in arms when this came out, talking about, oh my god, they're going to ruin Matt Murdock. This is before the show dropped, obviously, March the 1st. Now that the first 2 episodes came out, and this has automatically been disproven by the first 2 episodes, it's just fun to see these people that sit there and try to spin it as like, oh my god, we've watched the show. We are tapped into MCU. We know what we're talking about here, and immediately get the shit wrong. It is so funny to me. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So I'm sitting here, I'm seeing the timeline blow up in flames. Oh my god, Daredevil Born Again is gonna be horrible. And it came out, and obviously, I said it before, it's pretty solid. Many people are saying it's pretty solid. It's not the greatest thing on earth, but it's only the first 2 episodes. We can't review it compared to the entire season that came before it until all of it came out. But as of right now, it's pretty solid. I'm not saying it's the best thing on the planet, but it's pretty solid. And so the fact that this tweet was up and out and people were sitting there talking about, I told you so, this show's gonna be trash. This is the real reviews. This is not the people that's been glazing Daredevil Born Again. This is real. This is what it's actually about. And the fact that it's wrong, now they're all quiet. It's so funny to me. It is hilarious. That's what these losers do all day. That's what they are. If you're sitting there tweeting fake reviews for a show you probably haven't even seen, because there's no way you've seen that. There is no way that they saw this if they're this goddamn wrong. There's no way. I'm sorry. Either your media literacy is dead, but it's like no way. You're a loser. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it. Loser. It's funny to me. It's funny. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm just having a little jab and having a little fun. And if you want me to talk about more people on Twitter, let me know in the comments. Or if you want me to talk about different things, let me know. And I'll be in the comments down below. And peace.